So hello guys, welcome back to TechSpy, and in today's video I am going to do the much awaited full in-depth review of the MI Notebook 14 Standard Edition. So without further ado, let's get started. If you have not watched the unboxing and first impression video uploaded on my channel last week, then go and watch it to get some perspective of what I am saying. So I have divided this review into three parts: the pros, the cons and some neutral points. First, let us start with the pros, or the things that I liked about this device. The first thing that I liked about the device, I think, is one of the most important feature in any electronic device. That is the performance. The Intel i5 performs very well in day-to-day tasks like Chrome browsing, video surfing and basic office work. If you are a light user, then this laptop is more than enough for you in the performance department. I also tested gaming by playing a total of 5 games, that are GTA 5, Fortnite, CSGO, Minecraft and also PUBG Mobile. GTA 5 ran smooth, but there were quite a lot of frame drops while driving the car very fast or harsh braking. The gameplay was playable, but it was not the best experience. But for this price, I think it was justified. Minecraft ran even smoother with very little to no frame drops, and the gameplay was almost perfect, even while running, shooting, etc. The gameplay experience of CSGO or Counter-Strike Global Offensive was fine. When I played with under 50% battery, the gameplay was barely playable and there were quite a lot of frame drops every now and then. But when I played with more than 80% battery, the gameplay was far better and I could really play the game well. There were only a little frame drops sometimes. The gameplay experience of Fortnite was good, but there were little frame drops when there were a lot of people around me and continuously shooting. Fortnite was more than playable, but it was not the best experience. The best gameplay performance was of PUBG Mobile. I ran PUBG in the highest graphics settings, that are Extreme plus HDR, and it ran flawlessly. The gameplay was perfect with no frame drops anytime, running, shooting, etc. All the graphics settings were set by the NVIDIA GeForce Experience that comes pre-installed with this laptop, except for PUBG Mobile, in which I told you I played in the highest settings. I also tested 3 benchmark scores: the Geekbench 5, the User Benchmark and Cinebench R20. All the scores are here for you. Now the second pro, or the thing I liked, is the display. The display is very premium and the color accuracy is good. The viewing angles were very good too, and the matte finish on the display gave the eye less pain when compared to glossy displays. There were also some questions asked to me in the comment section of my last video. The first comes from Making Tech Friendly. He asked me to see and tap the display to see if there was any flickering. Well, this is one of the first things I did when the laptop arrived, and as you can see, there is no flickering of the display. The second question he asked is that if we watch a movie with many people sitting at different angles, will there be contrast or brightness issues? As I said earlier, the viewing angles are very good and watching a movie was nothing too hard for the laptop. There were no contrast or brightness issues from any angle. So the third and the last question he asked me was to see if I get any headache after using the laptop for long periods of time. Well, the unboxing and first impressions video that you saw was edited through this laptop only, and I am pretty slow at editing, so it took me around 4 or 5 hours to edit. I got no eye strain, neither stress, neither headache during that period of time. Someone also asked me about the sRGB value of the laptop. Well, I researched a lot, but I couldn't find any sRGB value test that was publicly available, so I won't be able to help you with that. Now the fourth thing that I liked is the keyboard. The typing experience was very good and the keys also had a slight texture to them that provided very good grip too. The letters on the keyboard keys are also not stickers, they are instead inbuilt to the keys, so they should last very long and should not rub off easily with day-to-day use. One thing that many laptops lack is the difference between the haptic feedback of the normal keys and the spacebar. But this one has a pretty good difference, making the typing experience a notch up from the others. The keyboard gets a 8 out of 10 from me just because it is not a backlit keyboard. Now moving on to the next thing that I liked about the device is the battery backup and the charging time. The battery backup is of about 5 or 6 hours while light use, but only about 2 or 3 hours while gaming. I would rate the battery backup a 8 out of 10 just because it doesn't have that great battery backup while gaming. The 65 watt charger provided in the box charges the laptop rapidly and the exact charging time is about 50 minutes. So charging time gets a 9 out of 10 from me. Now moving on to the fifth and the final thing that I liked about this device, that is the SSD performance. The SSD performed very well and I personally feel like if you are going for a laptop above 40,000, you should definitely consider a SSD and that should be a must for you. SSDs enable very fast boot and app opening times that make your laptop feel snappy and fast. SSD also makes your laptop last longer as HDDs tend to slow down after 1 or 1.5 years. Moving on to the cons, the first thing I didn't like is the camera. I feel like MI could have given us a camera built into the laptop as the top and the bottom bezels on the standard editions are pretty big, but they chose not to. Now the camera looks and feels very premium, but the camera quality is terrible, and during these lockdown times where mostly we are on Zoom calls and video calls, a good quality camera is required. Here are some photos and videos and the quality is not good, so that's why I gave the camera only a 4 out of 10. So that was it for the cons. Now let's move to the neutral points. First is that the 512 GB SSD has been partitioned into two parts, one of 146 GB and the second of 329 GB. This feature can be debated as a pro or a con by different users. So if you are really into formatting and partitions, then you can check the description box below where I have explained it in detail. Now let's move to the second neutral point, that is the ports and connectivity. The laptop has all the important ports, but it lacks a SD card slot, Ethernet port and also a Type-C port. The absence of Ethernet port and the SD card slot is acceptable because this is a notebook, but Type-C should have been provided for a laptop that costs above 40,000. Thus, ports get a 7 out of 10 from me. Now, moving on to the connectivity, it supports Bluetooth 5.0 and dual band Wi-Fi. I tested it with 5 GHz Wi-Fi connection and it supported that too. Moving on to the next neutral point, that is the speakers. The speakers could have been louder and could have gotten more bass, but they are adequate for normal video streaming. But if you are a gamer, then I would strongly recommend you to use headphones or earphones. The speakers were not perfect, but they were decent. They could have given bit better speakers. Now coming on to the conclusion. If you use your laptop for mainly productivity and do some light occasional gaming plus some video editing, then I would say this is the best laptop available for you under 50,000 as it provides the best cost to performance ratio. But if you are a light user that only uses his laptop for basic office work and Microsoft Word etc., then you can go for the lower performance laptops that instead have backlit keyboard and other features that this laptop lacks. Should you avoid it, consider it, or go right ahead and buy the MI Notebook 14? Well, I reckon you should go right ahead and buy the MI Notebook 14 Standard Edition for 48,000 rupees. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, then subscribe to the channel. Also hit that bell icon.